Okay. In this slide, we can easily observe that the plasma cytoplasmic membrane. Now, the cytoplasm, it is the innermost portion of that cell wall. Okay, so cytoplasm or plasma membrane, it having in innermost part of that cell wall, and they are having the different types of properties as well as different type of function. Let me see what they are discussed. Now, it is thin structure inside the cell wall that surrounded the cytoplasm. But obvious, when we are started, I already discussed that it is the innermost part. Okay. Then the phospholipid bilayer with the protein, that is fluid mosaic model. Now in the next slide we can observe that what is that exactly fluid mosaic model. So phospholipid bilayer with the protein means it is having a protein as well as phospholipid bilayer means it is having two different types of phospholipid layer. Now inner and peripheral means those two layer. In that first one it is inner one, second one it is peripheral one. So inner membrane of protein, it penetrate the membrane completely. Here what that inner membrane do and what is its specific function, it penetrate the membrane completely. And second, peripheral membrane protein on inner or outer membrane surface, it is present on inner or outer membrane surface. Then lack of sterol and less rigid than that of eukaryotic membrane. Eukaryotic membrane means we are discussing about the prokaryotic cell. So it is not having a sterol and it is less rigid than that of eukaryotic cell membrane. And exception, it is mycoplasm. They are having an exception in that two layer. Okay, in this diagram we can easily observe the innermost part. First we have to concentrate on this diagram. This is whole bacterial cell, and here the small box we can observe that small box, it is your now plasma membrane. Okay, now that plasma membrane, it is maximized in this diagram. Okay, so here we can observe the different types of layer. External it is cell wall, and inner part it is a phospholipid bilayer of your plasma membrane. Here we can observe it is innermost part, that is bilayer plasma membrane. Outer part it is a peptidoglycan where our exact cell wall present, and most outer part it is outer membrane. So there are three different types of layer we can observe. Now here in the last slide we can observe that those peptidoglycan, they are bilayer. Now how they are distinguished bilayer? Here outer layer we can easily observe it is yellow one color, and again downward position we can observe yellow one spear, and internal portion we can observe a white color. So sandwich layer we can observe here, and again we can observe that one point here they are indicated phospholipid bilayer. So this is the bilayer. Now how they are arranged, we can in this diagram we can observe the bilayer. Now the yellower one, then cylindrical few chains, and again that yellow one spear. Now what is it and how they are termed as a bilayer? Polar hydrophilic head of your phosphate group and glycerol. Polar head, everybody know that what is polar? It is hydrophobic, it is water hating. Okay, hydrophobic means water hating. So water hating head, yellow one here and downward position, they all are water hating portion, they are phosphate group present to the outer part. Then second, internal portion, inner part, we can term it as non-polar, that is hydrophobic. It is it is hydrophobic tail portion to the fatty acid. So fatty acid, they are present into the inner part of that area. Okay, so we can easily observe it in this bilayer portion of your phospholipid. So here we can observe the peripheral protein. Here we can observe the peripheral protein in a dark blue color. Okay, so this is the structure of your plasma membrane. Now the function of that plasma membrane, we have to concentrate on that. those plasma membrane, they are having number of function and number of time this question was asked into the exam. So functions are, in that, first, a selective barrier that regulate the passage of material in and outside of your cell. Here we can observe that the function a selective barrier means what? Only few content those are essential, they are penetrated, and those content are not essential, they will inhibited by those barrier. Okay, so which are permeable and which are not permeable or impermeable, here we are enlisted. So impermeable to the large protein, ion, and most polar molecule. Here we can easily observe that heavy protein or large protein, different types of ions, and most of the polar molecule, they are not penetrated or impermeable to the cell by your selective barrier function, and permeable to water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and some simple sugar and small non-polar substances are permeable by this selective barrier process. So first function of your plasma membrane or cytoplasmic membrane, they are permeable and impermeable about selective material or component. Second one, it is nutrient breakdown and energy production. Okay, second important function carried out by your cytoplasm, it is nutrient breakdown and energy production. So site of cellular, it is respiration. So here different types of sugar molecule or glucose, they will produces the energy, as well as synthesis of the cell wall component. Okay, so if you remember that in the first description about your cell wall, we already discussed that the component of synthesis of your cell wall, it is formed into the plasma membrane. Okay, so here that function, it is already noted, it is synthesis of cell wall component. Then assist with your DNA replication. Okay, so in the next discussion we can observe that how those replication of DNA, it is observed. Okay, so that function also carried by your plasma membrane. Then next functions are like fifth one, it is site of your photosynthesis. Okay, fifth function, it is site of your photosynthesis or photosynthetic bacteria have membrane extension called it as a thylakoid. It is called as a thylakoid, where the photosynthesis is occur. Okay, now few bacteria, they are having a photosynthetic nature. If they are having a photosynthetic nature, means they should require the photosynthesis process. Okay, so for that photosynthesis process, they required a thylakoid. So number of time you are telling me that, sir, GPAT type of question. So this type of question are asked into the exam. Which type of chemical agent present into the bacteria or photosynthetic bacteria for their photosynthesis process? Okay, so it is a thylakoid. Okay, be remember about that. So because of presence of that thylakoid, those photosynthesis process can occur in this bacteria. So this is one of the function. Then secreted the protein. Okay, number of proteins are secreted in that cytoplasm. Then contain the base of your flagella. Okay, have you remember that the flagella, it is having three different areas, and in that the last two rings, okay, we discuss about two rings are attached to each other and it is present or attached to the plasma membrane. So that function also carried by your plasma membrane. So contain base of your flagella. Then respond to the chemical substances in the environment. Okay, so environmental, different types of chemical components are surrounded by the bacteria, and those cytoplasm, they are giving the response to that environment. So these are the function carried out by your cytoplasm. Now the next point, it is those internal cell wall, they are having different types of properties. let me see what are the properties and how those plasma membrane get shows its activity. Now, the destruction of your plasma membrane, the point it is destruction, how that plasma membrane get destruct, why it is required when we are going to discuss about the mode of action of different types of antibiotic. At that time these points are very essential for discussion. So several antimicrobial agent damage the integrity of the plasma membrane. Okay, last slide, last 2 3 slide, we are observed that if your plasma membrane they are having huge function, and if you are using antimicrobial agent, so those antimicrobial agent if killed or inhibit that want to inhibit that bacteria, so at that time if we are reduces the synthesis process of protein, at that time those cytoplasm get inhibited, and synthesis of cytoplasm when inhibited, then all the activities of your bacteria can be stopped. Okay, so here we know that the mechanism of action of that antimicrobial agent. So the common cause of leakage of intracellular component and death occur. Okay, so in the same slide here three different types of component we can observe, and when we are using those component, the leakage of your component from your cell wall and the cell death occur. Okay, so these components they are having the property they can inhibit the cell wall synthesis, as well as they will leak the composition of the cytoplasm, and if the cytoplasm get come out from that bacteria can be death. Okay, so for first component or first essential point it is alcohol. As we know that now we are each and everyone we are using that sanitizer. Okay, different types of sanitizer. So all those sanitizer they are having a base, it is alcohol, and it can be kill that bacteria by this leakage process. Okay, then it is quaternary ammonium compound. Quaternary ammonium compound they are having same property, and next it is antibiotic, and among that antibiotic it is polymyxins. Polymyxins, it is one of the category of your antibiotic, and they are having the property to kill bacteria by this way. Okay, so in the next point now we are going to concentrate on what are the next component into the bacteria. Okay, see again remember that first most external part we are observe it is flagella. Again I remember all those points. First one we are observing the flagella, then we are observing that fibrillae and pili. Afterward we are concentrating on the cell wall. Afterward now we are discussing about the cytoplasm or plasma membrane, and now we are concentrating on the different component present in that cytoplasm and plasma membrane. They are first what that cytoplasm contain. Cytoplasm contain 80% of water, protein, carbohydrate, lipid, inorganic ion, and low molecular weight compound. Okay, those all are present into those cytoplasm. Then the lack of cytoskeleton and cytoplasmic streaming. Okay, in this component of cytoplasm they are having less cytoplasmic skeleton and cytoplasmic streaming. Then into the next slide we can observe now the different component. Second one it is ribosome. So what that ribosome and how those ribosome are essential. The ribosome, it is the site of protein synthesis. Everybody know that ribosome, it is a site of protein synthesis. Now I think no one is here he doesn't know that what is the role of protein in a bacterial synthesis process. Okay, so everybody know that protein it is most essential component for the synthesis of your bacteria. So simultaneously the translation process it is carried out during the multiplication of your bacteria. We can know we can study about it in the next slide. So the protein synthesis it is carried out in your ribosome. Second, it is found in a eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell, but obvious in a both the type of cell it is present. It is made up of protein and ribosomal unit rRNA. The ribosome it is synthesis by two essential component. First it is protein and second one it is ribosomal RNA. Now prokaryotic ribosome, it is 70S, are smaller and less dense than eukaryotic ribosome 80S. Now here I want to concentrate on that. Here we are discussing about the bacteria. Bacteria, they are prokaryotic ribosome, and those ribosome, they are having 70S ribosomal unit. Okay, and the dense more eukaryotic cell, they are 80S ribosomal unit. So next slide we can observing that those ribosome, they are having 30S ribosomal unit and 50S ribosomal unit. Okay, so the distinguish in this next diagram we can observe that prokaryotic ribosome, they are having two subunit. Small subunit it is 30S and large subunit it is 50S. Okay, so by this distinguish we can observe that prokaryotic ribosome divided into two part. First one it is small 30S, larger one it is 50S. These are the two ends of your ribosomal unit. Now the several antibiotic work by inhibiting the protein synthesis by prokaryotic ribosome without affecting on eukaryotic ribosome. Here I think up till now we observed three different types of mode of action. Mode of action means what? How that drug inhibit the synthesis of that bacteria or inhibit or kill that bacteria. If we remember, once we observed that the synthesis of bacterial cell wall can be inhibited. By this process, bacteria killed. Second one, we can observe that if we inhibit the plasma membrane or cytoplasmic component, it can be inhibit the bacterial cell or bacterial growth. And here, third one, we can observe that if any antibiotic or drug inhibit the prokaryotic ribose synthesis, okay, by which again we are going to inhibit that eukaryotic or prokaryotic cell. And simultaneously one advantage is that here the bacteria, they are inhibiting only prokaryotic cell but they are not inhibiting the eukaryotic cell. Means those antibiotic we are using, they identify this is the bacterial cell and this is our host human cell. So they only inhibit the prokaryotic cell, they will not produce any effect on that eukaryotic cell. We can observe in this slide. Okay, now next one it is endospore. Now this is also very important point, endospore. Okay, let me see in the next point, endospore.